Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel's C for Comics, aka Cream Comics. C.R.E.A.M, which stands for collect, read, enjoy, and marvel or motivate. Oh, okay. Get that out the way. I I don't know. This came. When you're doing these channels, you have to figure out, is everything content? Somebody told me everything is content. Everything is content. So here's one of my 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 things. Anytime I see something out when I'm out and about, my eyes are always looking and everything. And a lot of times I just find random things or random stuff that somehow it's gonna I'm gonna suck it into this multiverse here that I live at. One of those things many years ago was stress balls. Have you heard of stress balls? The doctors or clinicians will give them to you, something you can squeeze so they help you relieve stress and get things off your mind. One day I found some stress balls in one of the doctor's offices I used to hang out with. He was really cool. I said, "Yo, I seen those drawings before. They turned them into stress balls. Those pretty cool. Where'd you get that?" And he said, "Well, I got it at this online company and everything." I said, "Oh, okay." So I went home and I did some Googling, did my thing. Stress balls, blah, blah, blah. Found them. He used them in the pain clinic. And these stress balls I'm going to show you all relate to levels of pain that you might be feeling to express your level of pain. But of course, I got me a couple because I liked the way they look, just for the fun of the novelty of them. But then, of course, my mind is my mind and I want to relate it to what we do, comics. So I want to show you. First, let me show you the stress balls. Have you ever seen these things before? Look at the faces. So basically, they represent different levels of pain. And as you can know, being a comic book collector in today's market, depending on who you are and your level, can be a pain in itself. Everything can be a pain, but that's them. Those are the stress balls. So how do they relate to what we do here? I'm about to show you. So ready? So check this out, man. I hope you enjoy this. I just did this for fun. I did it some years ago, and it was just photographed. But today I thought maybe I'll make a video of it. And though the captions are different than the ones I originally did, and I tried to find it, I don't know, it's out there. It's posted out there somewhere. It wasn't on my Instagram, so it might be on my Facebook page. But I ain't got time to look through thousands of pictures to look for the pictures. But that's okay. I made up some new phrases with it, and I want to show this to you. So here we go. Check it out. All right, let me turn this around. Okay, there's the screen. Let me bring it up for you. Okay, there you go. Hope you can see that. My inner feelings as a comic book collector. So, are you ready? All right, check this out. All right. Let me put the guy up there first so you can see him. All right. Number one. Oh my God. I just get so excited when I find a cool book, when I'm searching or hunting or hauling. I feel always a level of joy when I find a cool comic book for my collection. I find something I want. I feel that feeling. And I love meeting female comic book collectors, man, because I always felt like if only I had waited. I think I should have. I think it would have been a different experience if I were in a relationship with a female who can truly appreciate my world. But there it is. How I feel when finding keys in the wild and meeting female comic collectors. That's the face I feel. That's the level of joy or pain that I feel. All right, let's take this guy out. All right. Number 2. Okay, you ready? How I feel when someone beats me to a box and picks out all the keys and grails. This is my level of pain, how I feel with that situation. And there's nothing more disappointing and stressful for me is when I pull up to a place and I'm too late and everything's been picked through, or when I walk through a con and I see the $2 box or the $5 box, and man, those dudes are on those boxes like a vulture on a dead horse. And by the time I go around and come back, everything's been picked clean, man. So that's how I feel. So that's my level of pain and stress when I'm in that situation. How'd you like that one, guys? All right. Number 3. You ready? Here we go. Bam. How I feel every time I hear a my mom threw out my comic story and the high cost of comics today. And I like, what the fuck, dude? It's a comic book, not a mortgage payment. That's how I feel, man. Woo. You know what I mean? Sometimes I look at these walls, man, and I'm like, yo, I love that comic. I would give anything to have that comic, but I'm not paying that. No. And it's just a shame though in my heart that everything, even something as pure and as wholesome as collecting comic books has turned into a greed fest, and it's just an annoying concept for me. Speculating, flipping, all of it is it's just an annoying concept. I it's an aspect of society that I just can't wrap my head around. And as far as moms throwing out my comic books stories, I never get enough of hearing those stories. I love hearing those stories, man. I would love to get together with some guys on this world of internet here and stream and talk about stories like that, man, and hear things. But for me, I was lucky. My mom's was into comics, funny comics. She read all the funnies like Richie Rich and Little Lotta and Sad Sack and Casper and Hot Stuff and Richie Rich and Archie. She read all that stuff. So she never threw out her comics, and she would have never thrown out mine. So I was always blessed. So always and forever, thank you, Mom, for getting me into this world. So that's with that. That's how that one goes. All right, so let's move on to the next one. All right, let's take this guy out. Now look at this guy. Oh my God! I'm not sure you can even guess what this guy's pissed off at, but check it out. How I feel when the tape gets stuck to my comic. I had a whole list of these that could fit this phrase, but this was the one that always gets me, man. When I take a comic book out of the paper and it hits that and it taps that cover, I can't even tell you the level of panic that I feel when that happens, and I gotta literally get that tape off. I have to move in microscopic increments to get that tape off. Now, when I do that, I literally open that tape, and if I can, I remove that tape from that edge. I remove that tape from that edge. I put it on the side, and I slide the book out, and then I put it back. So I've learned my lessons with that, but that's how that one goes. Okay. And last but not least, oh boy, this is probably going to get a lot of heat, but here we go. That's if anyone's even watching. And here's number 5. How I feel about variant covers, and speculating and flipping. And speculating and flipping it just drives the price of books way too high for the average Joe to afford. On top of that, it brings books up, and then suddenly you think you're buying something really for value later on, and find out later it drops. So that whole aspect of has entered into the comic book collecting world. It has its ups and it has its downs, and it is what it is. I don't have anything against it. I don't care who does it. It's not important. I have my I collect for why I collect, and that's it. How you do yours, you do yours. It doesn't matter. But I do. And variant covers, I can't say enough. I was annoyed by it from the very beginning, and it continues to annoy me when I go to the comic shop and there's 6 different covers for one book, and then they turn around and think because that cover is somewhat they feel that cover is better than that cover, the comic book price doubles. I'm like, this? Are you serious? That's like the same equivalent as charging me a fee and then charging me a fee for charging me a fee. Charging me a fee. So anyway, that's it for that. That's something that I came up with and I was thinking about and I thought I'd do it. And it was just something fun to do, man. There you go. Here go the guys. Here go all the guys right here. Once again, before we go, let you see the gang. Yeah. And here they are, man. This is the guys right here. And there you go, man. So I thought that was fun. So tell me what you think about that little, I don't know what that was. But anyway, I'd like to hear what you think about it. And if you have anything to say, I would welcome your comments, both good or bad, because it doesn't affect me either way. So this is your boy Tone for Click C for Comics, aka Cream Comics. And don't forget both my mottos: collect them all and Cream. Collect, read, enjoy, and marvel or motivate. Peace. Everybody have a great evening and enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye.